We need you to come in.
Let me put you on hold.
Where do you want me?
I'm such a huge fan of the Black Widow, and I love playing this character, and for me, suiting up again was just pretty exciting. The Black Widow, when we first find her, is recruiting the team. Doctor, we need you to come in.
What if I say no?
I'll persuade you.
Black Widow is just so apt and so gifted that we figured she should be part of the team.
I'm bringing the party to you.
I don't see how that's a party. I think all of these characters are sort of reluctant superheroes in a sense.
Big man in a suit of armor. Take that away, what are you?
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
All of these characters coming together in one world. It's very exciting.
The Avengers. That's what we call ourselves. Earth's mightiest heroes type thing.
I think what makes this film stand out is the grounded nature with which Joss has infused this film. In my mind, a throwback to what people loved in Iron Man, the original. It's everything that Joss loves about sci-fi, which is being able to escape in this otherworldly reality, but have it still be heartfelt and sincere.
This is Loki. This is monsters and magic and nothing we were ever trained.
Jeremy, as an actor, I think, brings a wry, brooding, sarcastic, devil-may-care attitude to the character, and that's just part of his personality coming through. And that's what makes the casting so inspired, is that Jeremy has that kind of rogue quality, and that's what makes him so much fun to watch. The Black Widow, when we first find her, is she's, you know, being tasked. She is in Russia. She is you know, in the middle of taking care of business. And she is then sent for by Nick Fury, and I think all of these characters are sort of reluctant superheroes in a sense. She looks at it as just kind of another job. You know, she's basically out there kind of recruiting the team. And, you know, she doesn't know much about this world. Well, I think the first time that we saw this character, we didn't really know much about her. We never learned much about the Widow. She's really, you know, I think quite, she's a slippery fish in Iron Man 2. And, you know, we get little glimpses of her, you know, her true identity, but it all happens so quickly. To be able to play, you know, the Black Widow as she is without, you know, these many faces. I mean, she still has many different faces she puts on. I think she still is sort of divisive in that way, but we get to see a little bit more of who she is, a little bit of her history, of her kind of shady past. We definitely embrace the wushu a lot, and there's you know, a lot of weapons in this, way more, you know, kind of weaponry than I've ever had to learn before. So that's been complicated a little bit. You know, you're like, okay, I can do all this hand-to-hand stuff. Oh yeah, here's this giant staff, or, you know, a bow and arrow, or fight with these two guns in your hand, and you're like, wait a minute, I had all those movements down, and now I'm fighting against, you know, a 20-pound, like, giant stick. So that stuff is a little bit difficult to pick up. I have to say, the first time I saw what they had in mind, I was like, oh my God, I'm never gonna learn it. And you do, you know, it's just a lot of fails until you get it. Joss's dialogue is so witty and so dry and so clever, and I think he's really invested in each personality, and you can see the little, like, I'd call them like Whedonisms in the words. There's a lot of pop cultural references. And there's a lot of heart behind the characters. You know, they are, you know, when they hurt, they're hurt. We relate to them. There's betrayal. There's suspicion. You know, these are real feelings, and I think the audience will relate to them, just as they have in the Iron Man films, just as they have in Thor, just as they do, you know, in Captain America. I think the audience relates to each one of these films because they are, and I think that's why audiences, or why readers relate to comic books, is because these characters are human but have these superhuman abilities.